started at negative 7,000 before I even started BreedersHax.com. I'm gonna say why. Here's the origin story. Like here's how Breeders Hax got started, right? So, well, I don't even want to say Breeders Hax because I had started doing like an episode or two of Breeders Hax before I called it Breeders Hax. But then, like, I guess this is more the origin story of how. Yeah, no, this is the origin story because, bro, like, this is what happened, right? I had started doing informative videos, and I was like, I'm gonna just play around with it. I never took it serious. But then what happened was, and this is why I say I started at negative 7,000 before I even started BreedersHax.com. I'm gonna say why. Because I had a partner that I teamed up with him to do. It was like a magazine on an app or something like that. Like, long story short, it was supposed to be like a platform that people can buy and sell their bullies and their dogs and promote studs on an app. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, it wasn't really taking off the way we had anticipated and things like that. But anyway, you know, I was all for it. I loved the concept of it, and I was like, yo, like, this is a dope idea. This is a dope idea. You know what I'm saying? So, because Facebook and all that stuff be taken down, like your posts. On Instagram, they don't do that, but on Facebook, they do that. So anyway, I was like, yo, this is dope, because if they ever ban dog breeding on Instagram, you know, heavily on Facebook, then where are we going to go? Yeah, literally. So anyway, what ended up happening was I started doing more the educational videos, and I was like, you know what? I could start promoting this app at the same time. Yeah. You know, and that was the plan. But yo, the videos just started taking off and started getting us more recognition and notice and things like that. So anyway, what ended up happening was the dude that I did the app with, I had put up like 7,000 of my own money to help get the app going, you know what I'm saying? Granted, developed. Like, granted, he invested probably like, you know, a lot more, whatever. But long story short, like, I held a percentage in it, and I had invested 7,000. So anyway, and at the time, I think it was like my son was gonna be born. We had gotten married and stuff like that. So it was like, you know, money was relatively tight. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, what winds up happening is he sees the video, and then I created a website, because essentially I wanted the website to be like an encyclopedia of information. Like, if you go on the website and you go to the information center, you see there's articles, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, and guys, don't mind me, I'm sitting like this because my neck is messed up. But anyway, so, you know, I show him the plan and everything like that, and as to what I wanted it to be and stuff. And anyway, long story short, he turns around and hits me up and he's like, yo, I feel like your website is in competition with the app. And I'm like, how is my website in competition with the app? Like, I'm trying to give people information on how to properly breed dogs. And hey, if they want to buy products with us, you know, spend the money on our products, even better. Even better, you know what I'm saying? So we can make some money off of that. And I was willing to, like, partner with him on it, like, take him in and be like, yo, Breeders Hax can fall under the same umbrella as the app, you know, we can, you know, like, do percentages, whatever. So anyway, long story short, he was like, basically told me I had to make a decision between Breeders Hax and that app, you know what I'm saying? And at the time, Breeders Hax was only like a video or two in, like, it wasn't even that.
Wasn't what it was now.
Yeah. So I, you know, at the time I was like, do I lose my 7,000 and rock with the app, or do I, you know, or do I take a risk and do Breeders Hax and hope that I can make more than 7,000?
More than 7,000.
You know, yeah. So long story short, you know, when we sat down and spoke, and I told him, I said, you know what, bro, I gotta go with my heart on this one. Like, no matter what, even if I wasn't getting paid to do Breeders Hax, I would still do it shit, basically saying you're handing over you're giving away your 7,000 because of you created a competitive product. So I was like, yo, whatever, man. Long story short, last time I heard, I mean, the app didn't really wasn't really making money like that. At least from what I heard. I wish him the most success. But what's crazy is, yo, within the first month, Breeders Hax, I already made more than that 7,000 of what I invested in the first month. Because in my mind, right after that happened, I was like, yo, Breeders Hax has to succeed. It has to work out, you know, because I just gave up 7,000 for it. And at the time, like I said, I didn't really have a lot of money like that, because I had shelled out so much money, you know. So anyway, fast forward to now, you know, I mean, we're doing really good. Let's just put it that way, you know. It turned into easily a 6-figure business. So, you know, like I said, like, sometimes you gotta take risks. Sometimes you gotta be willing to put it all on the line, put everything out on the table and do what you're passionate about. That's why I say do what you're passionate about, you know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna be willing to put in that extra energy, you know? So whether it's dog breeding, whether it's whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, just stay the course, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta believe in it.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like, we made the 7,000, but it was still a bumpy road. Like, it wasn't an overnight success by any stretch of the imagination. It was not an overnight success. But I mean, it winded up growing to the point that, I mean, I always envisioned that I would have to do like real estate or something like that in order to be able to quit my 9-to-5 job, you know. Let me see, these cars ain't gonna let me in, so I don't know.
Man, honestly, you could take the next block and skip
take
the line.
All right, let's do that then.
But you probably gotta take it now.
So anyway, I always envisioned that I would have to do like something regular in order to be able to quit my 9-to-5 job. Like, doing what you're passionate about, I was like, that's cool. I hear people talk about it all the time, but I don't know how realistic that is, you know what I'm saying? Especially family and things like that. They was like, you know, how are you gonna make money doing dogs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, long story short, I mean, obviously I proved them wrong. And now they look at me like, you know, like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think Jay-Z said it. He was like, my uncle said, yo, you'll never sell platinum. He's like, I went platinum like 1,000,000 times, you know? So, anyway, like I said, just food for thought. Like, yeah, man, you know? So, that's kind of the story, you know what I'm saying? So,
that's crazy,
right?
I didn't even know that.
I'm making left somewhere here, right?
You keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you didn't even know the story, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just went out on faith and hard work ethic, man. You know what I'm saying? So, turn here.
Yeah.
So anyway, man, so that's pretty much the story of kind of like how Breeders Hax got started. And I just started, I mean, there's more to it. Obviously, like, you know, if anybody has seen like my original video of how I got into the dog game and stuff like that, like, it was all about just taking the information that my mentor taught us, you know, me and Double Muscle Line and sharing that with the people. But as far as turning it into like a business model where we sell the products and our actual business, like I said, that's where that
your own blueprint.
That was it. You know what I'm saying? So that was something I don't even think my mentor could have like envisioned. But I know, you know, he's extremely proud, you know. So, and the goal for him is when he does come home, when he does get out, you know, my goal is that, you know, we're profitable enough and that, you know, he don't have to work a job if he don't want to, you know what I'm saying? That was my goal, my personal goal that I haven't really told anybody like that, you know? So, crazy, eh?
Nah, that's crazy, man. What?
Yeah.
To be in that position, starting,
Go straight left.
yeah, starting Breeders Hax,
Negative 7,000.
that's pretty crazy, man. You really have to believe in something,
Yeah.
and really grind hard.
You gotta believe that you can do it. So, like I tell you, man, yo, it's just finding what you gotta believe in something. You know what I'm saying? And stick with it. You know, and you gotta believe it's possible for you. That's the key. You want to be a big name breeder, whatever. You gotta believe it's possible for you, and be willing to put in the work. I was willing to put in the work. I was waking up. I still wake up at this time, but I was waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning and going to bed like at 11 o'clock. You know, and any hours in between that I wasn't working my 9-to-5 was going strictly towards Breeders Hax. You know, so fast forward to now, man. So anyway, so we about to pull up to Jonathan's crib, so we figured we were talking about the story anyway, so I figured let you guys listen in on it. So